let's check it. 6C and how many?
6C.
3. No, dear. Here I have 3C and 2C.
Oh,
Only 5. Check it where you have done the mistake. So this will not be a
so it
correct.
should be 5C, yeah? So it should be 5C. So this should be 5C.
Yes. Now it should be 5C, then
Then 2CS2.
2CS2.
Because like S and then S2, so then that's why 2S2
Now here
and then
this is 3, dear, not 5C. Here I have 5, here I have 3. Check it one more time.
so shouldn't it be 3C because then 3 plus 2 is equal to
Now see
5.
here. Now see here. Um okay, can I simply write 4 here? Now 4C plus 1C is 5C. Here I have 5C. Okay. Now how many sulfur? 2 sulfur. So can I simply write 2 here? 2 sulfur, 2 sulfur. How many oxygen?
Yeah.
2 to the 4, and here I have 4 oxygen. This is the balance equation.
Oh,
Clear to you? Correct it in
yes.
your notebook.
Okay. Done.
Okay, so Saad, any doubt in any of the example? Anything you have not understood?
So then man, like when I find like the when I balance the first one, and then I also have to balance the second one. Like for example, in this one there's like 5C. So then 5C, I had to write there 5, and then there would be C plus 4CO. Oh, but there I did 3CS2 and then 2CO2. I did.
So
So
it
then,
will be dear. Okay, you are saying that if you will write 3 over here, yes, and 2 over here.
yeah,
This
and
you are
then I
saying.
did it like that, and then there there was SO2. So then S plus then S2. So then here I did this
See,
6S.
if you will change these numbers, Saad, so ultimately you have to change the number for O also. So this is the correct one. That as you are saying, this will be 3 twos are sorry, this will be 3C, and here you will be having 2C. Together they are making 5C. Now here you have 5C. If I come on to the sulfur, so I have 2 sulfur here, and how many sulfur? 5 sulfur. You can't balance the 5, dear. Okay, you can't balance the 5.
Okay.
So this will be the 4CO. Okay, and here you don't have to write any number. Okay, so
Okay.
Saad, you have not uploaded the homework also. I gave few chemical reactions to balance. So please do it today and upload the homework so that I can check it. Okay.
I couldn't. I'll do it right now because I couldn't do it at that time. I was really busy because many guests came to our house the day like on Friday. Yeah. Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so
Thank
please
you,
do
ma'am.
it
Bye,
today and
ma'am.
upload it. You're most welcome. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Ma'am, could you please tell me what chapter would you want me to start with for the revision? Or do you have any doubt on any of the four chapters? Please ask if there's any doubt.
Ma'am, we can start. No, it's a revision class.
No, because the syllabus otherwise is completed, right?
Yes, ma'am. And we can start with atoms and molecules, the third chapter.
Fine, we will start with that. So let's just wait for others to join and then we'll start with that. Ma'am, any confusion in the mole concept part now? I think it is there in your syllabus, right? In the school?
Yes, ma'am. No, it's
Okay.
not there, but then it's some questions are there in exercise. So, ma'am told that we will do the exercise.
Okay. So is it clear 100%?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So will you be able to solve the questions?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. I'm giving you one question here till the time others are joining. Try to solve it. Come, solve the question. Tell me there's 50 grams of iron and there's 50 grams of aluminum. Okay. Since the weight is same, do they have the same number of particles? Do they have the same number of atoms, both of them?
I should
Ramesh,
solve.
turn. Yeah, please solve it. Please try to solve it. Then obviously I'll be solving it here. But try
What
to
should
solve.
we find?
Ramesh, first of all, turn on the camera, bache. Mama, you also turn on the camera. Yes, Ramesh, you were not there in the last class. All good?
Yeah, I went out.
Okay. So in the last class, we discussed the mole concept. Is it there in your syllabus, in the school syllabus?
We didn't start taking the chapter yet, so I'm not sure.
Okay, because now why I'm saying this is because in the official CBSE syllabus, mole concept is not there. Earlier it used to be, now it is not there. But yet many schools are having mole concept in their respective syllabus. That is why we discussed mole concept in the last class. So we are solving the same question. I mean, on the mole concept only. Okay. Hmm. Mama, Ramiz,
Mom,
you also try this? Yes.
what what formula should we use?
Sorry.
What formula should we use?
Actually, just 1 minute. Let Mama do it, and then I'll do it here. Okay. So then follow it.
Okay.
Ma'am, can you repeat the question?
Yeah, here it is. Do they have the same number of particles? Yes. Umema, done?
1 minute.
Okay.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Oh, Ammar. Hmm?
Yes, sir. How are you, ma'am?
I'm good. How are you? What about you? Joining us from team?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you okay? All good?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, please turn on the camera. Yes. But why did you not join in the last few classes? I think last two classes, I think. Yes? Or one class?
Yes. Ma'am, in the last class, they sent me the link of another teacher. That's why.
Okay.
And before that, I missed one class.
Okay. So we have finished the syllabus. We have also finished the mole concept from the third chapter. I took that as the additional topic.
Ma'am,
And now
there's
we are,
no mole concept, right?
sorry?
The mole concept is omitted.
Yeah, it is omitted, but in some schools it is there in the syllabus. And also it's an important topic, so we discussed it in the class. Okay? If you feel like, then go through it. Otherwise, if it's not there in your school syllabus, don't go through it. Okay. So Rami, is Umema done? At least see, try to understand what we are doing. Okay? Umema done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, see. What's the answer, Umema? Turn on the camera, bache. Hmm. What's the answer, Umema?
I got 1.11 for aluminum.
Okay, okay, fine. Don't worry. It's a bit typical value, so you'll not get the exact value. Okay, let's quickly understand the concept. We have some mass of iron given, okay, that is 50 grams of iron, and we also have 50 grams of aluminum. Ramesh and Ammar, you also pay attention, okay, 50 grams of aluminum. Now the question is asking whether they have the same number of particles or not. So whenever we have the mass and we want to know the number of particles, I think it is very obvious that we will be using the concept of mole. Okay, we'll be using the concept of mole because mole is nothing but a particular number of particles. So we have taken some number of particles, which is 6.022 into 10 raised to the power 23 number of particles. Okay, and together we call that as a mole. So mole is nothing but a quantity of particles. So see, when the question is asking something regarding the quantity of particles, so we will first be trying to find out the mole number for that. Okay, now how do I find the mole? We have the given mass for iron, that is 50 grams. Okay, that is 50 grams. The atomic mass of iron is 56 grams. So there, I mean 56 U. Therefore, the molar mass of iron will be 56 grams, right? We will get the answer somewhat in 0 point something something. Okay. Let's come to this side. In case of aluminium, the number of moles will be, so the given mass is 50 grams. What is the molar mass of aluminium? What is the atomic mass of aluminium? 27. I want to know the unit from all of you. Amar, Ramiz, what
You.
is the U? Okay, Amar, what is the unit of atomic mass?
It's you, ma'am.
Hmm. What is the full form of U?
AIU.
Not studying, huh? Come to this side. The molar mass, sorry, the atomic mass of aluminium is 27 U, and when we take the molar mass, we simply replace the U by G. Okay, we simply replace U by G. Therefore, the molar mass, that is mass of 1 mole of aluminium, will come out to be 27 grams. Clear? Understood? We have the given mass, we have the molar mass. Okay. So in that, through that, we can calculate how many moles do we have. We have the mass of 1 mole, we have a given mass, right? If I divide it by the given mass, the molar mass by the given mass by the molar mass, I will get to calculate the number of moles present. Okay. So what do we get? Grams cancel. 50 divided by 27. 50 divided by 27. Just 1 second. Okay. Yeah, sorry. So 50 grams divided by 27 grams, what we will get? Hmm. 1.85 moles. Okay. Now clearly, just pay attention here, bacho. We have the number of moles for iron in 50 grams as 0.89 moles. Yes. For aluminium, for the same mass, that is 50 grams, how many moles do we have? 1.85 moles. Okay. Now in 1 mole we have certain number of particles. And what is that number of particles? Represented by NO. What is that number of particles? 6.022 into 10 raised to power 23 particles. Yes. This is in 1 mole. So how many moles do we have for iron?
0.89.
So in 0.89 moles, how many particles will be there? Can I just multiply the number of moles by the Avogadro's number? I'll get the number of particles, yes? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yeah. In case of aluminium, the same thing. To get the number of particles, I will multiply 1.85, which is nothing but the number of moles of aluminium in 50 grams of aluminium into the Avogadro's number. I will get the number of particles. Yes. So it is very clear, since the mole number is not same, they will not have the same number of particles. Since the mole number is not same, they will not have the same number of particles, and it is aluminium which will be having more number of particles here. Yes, because clearly the mole number is more for aluminium. Yes. Umama, is it understood to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you get it right? I'm not talking about the values, at least the approach to the question was right.
Yes, ma'am.
Excellent. Okay, excellent.
And
Fine.
what is a unit for that?
For
Like for the number of particles, is there a
For
unit?
no, but it is just number, right? So we can't have any unit. Also for mole, that is a quantity. So we don't have any unit for the quantity. The number
Okay.
of moles and the number of particles will have no quantity. But if you find the molar mass or the given mass through the moles, then we will be using the unit as grams. Okay? We'll be
Okay.
using the unit as grams. So I'm taking a very small question here just to take up this question. So let's suppose I have 2 moles of sodium given. Okay? 2 moles of sodium. Okay. I want to know its mass. Okay, I want to know its mass. So how will I calculate? I will use this simple formula. Try to solve it. Umema, try to solve it. See, I have the number of moles. I'll be using, what is the molar mass of sodium? Ramesh, can you now tell me? Amar, please try to solve it. The molar mass for sodium will be, what is the atomic mass for sodium? 23 U. Yes.
Yeah.
Therefore, the molar mass will be simply, Umema, what will be the molar mass? 23.
3 gram.
Okay, 23 grams. We have the molar mass. We have the number of moles. I can just simply calculate it like this. See, given mass upon the molar mass. Okay, upon the molar mass. This is in grams. Okay, so when I multiply n into the molar mass, which is nothing but grams, I will get the given mass here, and that will be in grams. Yes. Example. So number of moles is 2. N represents the number of moles. What is the molar mass? Capital M represents the molar mass. Okay. Capital M represents the molar mass, which is for 23 grams. Yes. What is the answer I get here?
56.
46 grams. Yes.
46, yeah.
So therefore, the mass of 2 moles of sodium is what? 46 grams. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll quickly show you the 2 formulas that we are using in mole concept. Those are the only 2 formulas that we are using. These are the 2 formulas that we are using. If you want to note it down, you can note it down. Then we'll start with the revision of this chapter. Yes. So in this chapter, is there any specific topic, Umama, that you would want us to take up in this class? Or just from the starting, you want the revision?
No, ma'am, there's no specific topic.
For number
Yeah,
of
Ramesh?
particles, it's number of moles into.
NO. NO stands for the Avogadro's number. That is
Okay.
number of particles in 1 mole. Okay. Oh, ma'am, where are your finals
Okay.
starting from? Done? Ma'am is done? Ma'am, your finals are starting from?
I sign. No, I don't know. I
Okay.
guess from February.
Okay.
Right now, my exams are going on PT3.
Okay. So chemistry is done? Science is done?
No, we have science, I guess, on Thursday.
And what chapter is there in the syllabus?
Okay. 3 chapters are coming, all three, except the fourth
First,
one.
second. Okay, first, second, third. Fine. Okay, so come to the revision of the third chapter. Okay. I would want to take one topic very specifically, and so I'm starting with that topic, and that is the topic of how do atoms exist. Okay. Come. Now, once we have established the importance of atom, we have learned about the symbols of the atom, we have learned about the shape and the size of the atom, and then we have also learned about the mass of atom. Yes, these four things we have learned about the atom. And all of these things actually, they have their origin in the Dalton's atomic theory and the respective laws of combination that we had before. Okay. Once we have established everything about the atom, the question is how do atoms exist? So one atom, obviously being very, 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 very small, is not able to exist on its own. It may or it may not exist. Okay. It may or it may not exist. What we see around ourselves is matter. And matter is nothing but simple joining of atom has ultimately given us this matter that we are able to see, that we are able to see also. Now the point is, in what manner has atoms really combined together? In what manner has atoms really combined together? And that gives us a very simple term which is molecule. Okay, which is molecule. Now molecule is nothing but a group of atoms, and we are very well aware of that. Molecule is nothing but a group of atoms. Now, in this group of atoms, and we know that molecule is basically the fundamental unit in which matter is existing, right? Because even if it is monatomic, it is a molecule. If it's diatomic, triatomic, molecule of element, molecule of compound that we are going to right now discuss, but ultimately it's the molecule, right? One atom is not very like it cannot exist on its own very well. Okay, so now come on to the molecule. We have two different types of molecules, and we are very well aware of that also. It is element and the other is compound. Yes, it is element, the other is compound. Basically, how do atoms exist? They are either existing as a group or a cluster of molecule, as a cluster or aggregate of molecule, right? Summing up of it, or they are either existing as ions. They are either existing as ions. Okay. Now, since we have taken up, understood the topic of valency, concept of valency, we'll be able to deal with ions in a better manner. Okay, come. So, element and compound. What is element? What is element?
Which
Hmm.
can not be further divided to
That's
particles.
fine. But yeah, but can you tell me the meaning of element in terms of its composition, chemical composition?
It has a fixed chemical group, I guess. No,
No. See, element is a molecule. First point. Okay. Second point, element is a molecule in which we have same atoms, right? Same type of atoms. Same type of atoms. Yes. So element is a molecule in which we have same type of atoms. Now, when we are having same type of atoms, we are getting a molecule. We are getting a molecule. And what we want to see is that what number of atoms are combining together to give you one molecule of that element. I repeat, how many atoms are combining together to give you one molecule of that element? What is that called as? Atomicity. That means what is atomicity? Amar, camera on. What is atomicity? Number of atoms combining together to form how many molecules?
Yes, ma'am.
One molecule of that element. I'm saying camera on of that element. Okay. So therefore we have the atomicity for oxygen. What is the atomicity for oxygen?
O2.
Ma'am, two, ma'am.
Two. Two. Therefore, what kind of any element it is? It's a
Hydrogen, oxygen.
diatomic element.
Diatomic. You're asking, yes, ma'am.
You are telling me the chemical composition of water, bache. Pay attention. So oxygen is a diatomic molecule. Now see, whenever we are having oxygen, in what form it is existing, it is the smallest form in which it is existing is this, yes, which is one molecule of oxygen. And how many atoms are present in this one molecule?
2.
Two atoms, good. And that's nothing but the atomicity, yes. Two atoms, and that is nothing but the atomicity of this element, right? If I say ozone, which is, what is the difference? The atomicity changes to
3.
3. Therefore, it becomes a triatomic molecule. Yes, it becomes a triatomic molecule. Chlorine is what? Cl2, what it is? Cl2. I'm again saying it. Cl2, diatomic, triatomic, what it is?
Diatomic.
Diatomic.
Diatomic. Okay. So H2, N2, Cl2, all of these are diatomic. O3
Yes.
is triatomic, yes, which is ozone. P4, what is that?
Phosphorus.
Polyatomic.
Polyatomic.
Tetratomic. Tet-
Tetratomic.
tetratomic. Okay, tetra refers to 4. And if we have 4 or more than 4 or 5, we will refer it to as polyatomic. Example, sulfur, which is what? S. What is the atomicity of sulfur? S.
8.
8. The atomicity of sulfur is 8. In one molecule, how many atoms of sulfur will we have?
8.
8. Ma'am, is it not clear, bache?
No, ma'am, it's clear.
Okay. Okay. So that's regarding molecules. Now, when we have inert gases, what is the atomicity?
1.
1. Yes. Atomicity is 1. We just have one atom which is behaving like a molecule. It is existing like this, just one atom. Yes. The basic form in which inert gases will be found is one atomic form. Okay. It's that's the molecular form for it, right? So therefore, it is monoatomic, just one atom. Helium, argon, krypton, neon, all of these are found as monoatomic elements. Okay, they are found as monoatomic molecules. Fine. Now come to the next part, which is compound. What is compound? What is compound?
A group of
Mm,
different type of elements that
mm,
combine in a fixed
mm.
ratio by mass.
Yes. So basically, different elements combining together in a fixed ratio. And when different elements combine in a fixed ratio, we have some specific number of atoms combining together to form the compound. Yes. We have some set or specific number of atoms of each element which is combining together to form that compound. Do you agree with that? Example, when we say H2O, the ratio here is fixed. The proportion here is fixed. What are the two elements here? What are the two elements here? And oxygen, yes?
Hydrogen. Yes.
And we know that they combine in terms of mass. I'm talking in terms of mass, they combine as 1:8, yes? But in terms of the number of atoms, that is also fixed. Two atoms of hydrogen combining to one atom of oxygen. If we change this ratio of number of atoms, will it be hydrogen? I mean, will it be water? See, is this
No.
water? This
Oh.
is hydrogen peroxide, which is completely different than water, yes? So therefore, the number of atoms ratio proportion is same, is fixed, and also the ratio by mass is fixed for compounds. Okay, so we have different elements combining together in a fixed ratio proportion, therefore we get the compound. Now, question also related to the second chapter. Are compounds pure substances?
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. Compounds are pure substances. Okay. Compounds are pure substances. Now, compounds, you can calculate the ratio by mass easily. Please say yes or no.
What can you repeat?
Okay, so try to solve this one. What compound is this? Sodium oxide, right? Try to find the ratio, simplest ratio here, proportion by mass.
23:4.
I'll see. Others are also doing it. Okay. You say it. How many elements can we see here in this compound?
2.
Sodium and
Oxygen.
Oxygen.
how do I calculate the mass? See, how many sodium atoms are here in this compound?
2.
2. So 2 into 23U, yes? Is 2 how many oxygen atoms, bacho?
1,
1. So what's the mass of one oxygen atom?
8,
16.
16, 16.
What is 8 for oxygen? Atomic number. Don't get confused. Mass number being 16, atomic number being 8. Okay. What is the proportion we get? So 46U, yes, is to 16U.
16, 23
What is
straight.
the 23U is to 8U? You cancel, the ratio is 23 is to 8, yes. So 23
Yeah.
parts of sodium by mass and 8 parts of oxygen by mass will give you the compound of sodium oxide. What is the ratio proportion here by number of atoms of the element? Number of atoms of the element in one molecule?
23 is to 8.
Number of atoms.
2 is to 1.
Is to
2 is
1.
to 1. Yes? 2. Okay. So this is regarding the compound, which is fine. Come on to the next important part. Acha, I hope you are now very well aware how to read the number of atoms or molecules. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Ammar will tell me how many different elements are here, how many molecules are there, how many elements are here, how many atoms are here. Okay. Just try to answer this.
Ma'am, that's
How
I
many more?
think 4.
Ma'am, just 1 minute, bache. Okay. No worries.
Ma'am, there are two elements.
Tell me the number of molecules first.
Molecules.
Hmm.
2 for.
What is a molecule, Ammar?
Sorry, ma'am.
What's a molecule? Acha, how do you see how many molecules are present? What is the method to check how many molecules are there of a particular compound? You're mute.
Yes, ma'am. They are. Yes, ma'am. There are two elements, and
Hmm.
molecules is like group of atoms combining.
Hmm.
So, like there is two molecules of aluminum.
You need to revise, Ammar. You need to revise. And pay attention what we are going to discuss here, okay? Yes, Sumana, go ahead with your answer. How many molecules?
There are 2 molecules of aluminum. No, there are actually 2 elements in that.
2 elements in the
That
Ramesh?
compound.
Right.
Ma'am, there
Others?
are 3 elements
3 elements. Okay. Answer me the
and
number of molecules here.
2.
Bacho, you people are not revising. See, I'm repeating this concept. I would request all 3 of you to please pay attention here, okay? Bache, when we are forming a compound, specifically I'm talking about a compound. First, let's understand with the example of an element, okay? What is this? Is this one molecule of oxygen or will I call it as 2 atoms of oxygen separately? What is this entity?
1 molecule of oxygen.
Right? One molecule of oxygen. Now here the bonding is different. If I have 2 separate oxygen atoms, that's a different thing. If I have 2 oxygen atoms combined together chemically, that's a different thing. Do you agree with that, Bacho? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
And therefore, when we are having, let's suppose if I have 3 oxygen atoms, it becomes something else. It becomes something else, right? Let's suppose if I change it to 4 oxygen atoms, it is something else. So basically what I'm trying to say, this is the chemical composition for each molecule, it is fixed. For each element or a compound that is fixed, right? If I'm talking about oxygen, it is O2. If I change it to 3, it will become ozone, which is something else. Are you getting the point? So therefore, this entity is fixed. This entity is fixed, right? And this is the molecule or the compound here. In case of element, this is the elemental molecule. In case of compound, it will be the compound molecule. Okay. So therefore, in this compound, this is one molecule of the compound. Yes, this is one molecule of the compound. Are you getting it? Ramesh and Asim and Umayma.
Yes, ma'am.
This
Yeah.
is one molecule of the compound and it is fixed. because all these elements are combining here in a particular ratio or proportion to get you this compound. Do you agree with this? To get you this compound. Therefore,
Yeah.
bache, this is one. Here, I'm not going to call it separately aluminium, sulfur, oxygen. No, it's not separate here. They have combined together chemically in some proportion, in some ratio. And now what I have is not aluminium separately or sulfur separately or oxygen separately. Rather, I have the compound of aluminium sulfate. Say yes or no.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now,
Yeah.
therefore, now what I have here, okay, the coefficient, I always say the coefficient here will tell me the number of molecules of this compound. This is one molecule, this entity is one molecule, right? This coefficient here before the molecule will tell me the number of molecules here. I can represent it using X or whatever number you want here. So let's suppose if there's nothing written, that means it is one here, right? It is one here. Therefore, how many molecules do we have then? One molecule. One molecule of what? One molecule of what?
Aluminium sulfate.
Aluminium
Aluminium
sulfate.
sulfate. Okay. So when I write seven molecules here, what does this represent? What do we have?
Then atoms of aluminium sulfate.
Seven? Haha, say that, but just say that.
7
One.
atoms.
Hmm.
Molecules of
Listen.
aluminium
Huh.
sulfate.
Of
Aluminium sulfate.
excellent. Aluminum sulfate. Okay. So then why are you hesitating? This is one entity now, right? And we are talking about the number of molecules of this entity. And what is this entity? Aluminum sulfate. Okay. So when I write here one, okay, when nothing is written, that means it is one molecule of aluminum sulfate. And how many elements are together present in this compound? One molecule of this compound?
Ma'am, can you repeat?
How many elements are present in this one molecule of this
3.
compound?
Three.
Name them. Name them.
Aluminium,
Aluminium
sulfur,
sulfate
oxygen.
and oxygen.
Good. For aluminium, in one molecule, how many atoms are there? This is the ratio or proportion by number of atoms. Please be careful about it, right? As in water, in one molecule, we had two hydrogen atoms combining to one oxygen atom. So in this one molecule of aluminium sulfate, how many aluminium atoms do we have?
One.
2.
Because my finger was like this, so it comes out to be one, huh?
Well, 8.
Bache, two
It's 2.
atoms. See,
Oh.
I tell you this number is associated with aluminium. Just
Yeah.
understand this part, right? Whatever number is written in the subscript of that particular element, of that particular symbol, is associated with that. Is associated with that. Okay. 4 is associated with oxygen, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Now 3 is for everything which is inside the bracket because 3 is for the bracket. Then now you would be knowing we call it whole thrice. So whatever is inside the bracket, 3 is for that. So can I say that 3 is also for oxygen and 3 is also for sulfur? Yes.
Yeah.
So how
Yes, ma'am.
many sulfur atoms do we have in one molecule of aluminum sulfate?
3.
3.
3. And how many oxygen atoms do we have in one molecule of aluminum sulfate?
7.
12.
12 bache, mama, you will multiply the numbers associated, okay? You will not add them. Because see, it is 3 times sulfate, right? So 4 into 3, we get 12 atoms. Okay. Now I change the number of molecules to 7. Now you see, it is one thing, right? This molecule, this compound is one thing. So this 7 is for the molecule, right? This 7 is for the compound here. So whatever is making that compound, that is to be repeated 7 times. That
Yes,
is to
ma'am.
be repeated 7 times here. So Ramesh, pay attention here. 7 is for every element which is present in the molecule. So 7 is also for aluminium, 7 is also for sulfur, and 7 is also for oxygen. Now for aluminium, how many numbers are associated with aluminium? Say yes or no. Give me the answer. For aluminium, how many numbers are associated?
7.
Hmm. 7 is for aluminium. 2 is also for aluminium, yes. So 7 into 2 gives us
14.
14.
14 atoms. Tell me the number of atoms for sulfur in 7 molecules of the compound.
21.
21.
For oxygen,
84.
84.
is it clear, bachcho? Is it
Yeah.
clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me what is written here. I'll write it properly so that it's clear to you. Tell me what is written here. How will you read it?
9O2.
That I can read it. Tell me how
9.
will you read it properly? Nine what of what?
9 of
9
oxygen.
molecules of oxygen.
Excellent. 9 molecules of oxygen. And each molecule of oxygen has how many atoms, बच्चों?
2.
2 atoms. Yes. What does this indicate? It is 9 molecules of oxygen. That's fine. That means this is the entity which we are talking about. And each molecule of oxygen has how many atoms?
2.
That we get to know through the atomicity here. Yes.
Yes,
Tell me
ma'am.
what is written here.
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Yep. Please go ahead.
Is 9 molecules of oxygen the same as O18?
Is it same as O?
Is 9O2 the same as O18?
O18. What is O18?
I don't
Acha, are
know.
you asking 18 as in 9 into 2?
Yeah.
So 9 molecules of oxygen means 2 atoms of oxygen combining together to form 1 molecule of oxygen. So something like this. Yes. This is being repeated 9 times. Please understand the part here. Okay.
Oh,
If I
ma'am, so
say
is it
8,
equal to like 18 oxygens bonded together?
no. If 18 oxygens are bonded together, it will be something like this. You know,
Yeah.
there's a difference. So that is why I'm saying if I write 1 atom of oxygen, okay, if I write, let's suppose 2 atoms of oxygen separately, that different from this, that different from this. 80, if these 2 atoms are not bonded chemically here, they are 2 separate atoms. Please understand the part. Yes?
Okay.
Is, is your question clear now?
Yeah.
Fine. So yes, what was I saying? Huh. What is this written here? Please tell me. How will you read it? Two what? Or what?
2 of hydrogen sulfate.
Two
Molecules of hydrogen sulfate.
molecules of sulfuric acid, okay, H2SO4, fine. So in one molecule, if I ask you in one molecule, how many elements are there? But in this one, in one molecule, how many elements are there?
3.
Name them.
Hydrogen, sulfur, oxygen.
And in one molecule, Umaima, how many atoms of hydrogen are there in one molecule?
2.
Two. Good. How do you know that? Just see this number. This is telling you in one molecule. This is telling you the number of molecules. So we can just multiply that. In one molecule of H2SO4, how many sulfur atoms? Amar, bache, pay attention. Turn on the camera. Huh. Ramiz, Umaima, Amar, in one molecule of H2SO4, how many sulfur atoms?
2.
1.
Ramiz, where do you get that 2 from? Bacha, I asked you in one molecule, right? So therefore, I'm just referring to this. Ramiz, is it not clear to you?
Either question.
You are not clear to me, first of all. Your voice is cracking a lot. If I write this, please pay attention. I've written this, right? You people told me it represents 2 molecules of H2SO4. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
If I ask you about the number of atoms of each element in one molecule of H2SO4, what do you want to study? You just want to read this, right? This is one molecule. 2 is for 2 molecules. So in one molecule, how many sulfur atoms are there? Ramesh,
1.
1. Ramesh, is it clear to you now? See, what is
Yeah.
written here? Nothing. So this represents the number of atoms in one molecule, just similar to the concept of atomicity, right? Number of atoms in one molecule. How many number of atoms of oxygen in one molecule of H2SO4?
4.
4.
4, right? That's it.
I
Is
thought
it
you
clear?
asked I thought you asked hydrogen. That's why I said 2.
Okay, okay. No worries. No worries. Okay. Amar, bache, turn on the camera and tell me, is it clear to you? This is very important.
Yes, I have a skill here because my class is like leaving. That's why, because my network is unstable.
Network.
That's why.
Okay. Fine. Fine. No worries. Come. Come to the next part, which is ions. Next part, which is ions. Okay. Before coming on to the part of ions, I would quickly want to recall one thing. When an atom, now you see, this is one atom. Okay. Basically, it is bonding when it is chemically bonded. Now, you people will know it from the concept of electronic configuration and valency. It needs electrons, right? Basically, there's a movement of electron, correct? Now, that movement of electron could be by sharing of electron, right? And this sharing of electron results in the formation of molecules. results in the formation of molecule, right? Let's suppose there are two atoms which are sharing their respective electrons within themselves. So obviously there are two atoms, it forms a molecule, it forms a group of atom, right? Therefore, sharing of electrons will give rise to molecule. Now, what kind of molecules we'll see later. The other form of electron movement is the transfer of electrons. It's transfer of electrons, right? And transfer of electron will give the atom or the group of atom a net charge. A net charge, right? Atoms initially they're neutral. Atoms initially they're neutral. If they're losing an electron or they're gaining an electron, they are basically attaining a positive or a negative charge. When the charge is not neutral, either it will be positive or negative, and then the atom will become an ion. Yes, the atom will become an ion. So this type of compound formed by the combination of the ions is called as ionic compounds. So ionic compounds are formed by the transfer of electrons or sharing of electrons.
Transfer.
Sharing of electrons, sharing of electrons leads to the formation of covalent bond. Okay, covalent bond. So O2 basically here is a molecule. Is it a molecule?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know where it has been formed covalently. Covalently. There's no charged particle here. There's no ionic bond here. There's no presence of ion, but still it's a molecule. So there must have been some sharing of electrons between the atoms, and therefore it has resulted in the formation of the molecule which is covalently formed. Is it understood?
Yeah.
Ramesh Umana? Okay.
Yes.
Come to the ion. Okay. Whenever the atom, just to attain stability, you have learned it in the fourth chapter now, to attain stability, the atom will be gaining electron. If it gains electron, what charge will it attain? If it gains electron,
Negative.
good. That is anion, right? Negative.
And
And cation when the electron is lost, therefore positive charge. Yes. So now when they are positive and negative respectively, obviously electrostatic force of attraction will be there between them, and they will form the compound. They will form the compound, and this type of compound will be called as
ionic
ionic
compound.
compound. Yes, ionic compound. Ionic compounds are also called as electrovalent compound. Correct? Electrovalent compound. Now, when we have electrovalent or the ionic compounds, so we have the sodium atom. It was the atom changing into sodium ion. Yes, I'm taking the example of NaCl, sodium ion. And the other atom that I have, that is of chlorine, will attain the negative charge, and what will it form?
NaCl.
Just tell me the Cl atom changing into what kind of ion?
Negative.
Anion.
Anion.
So fine. So will its name change or will it remain chlorine ion?
It
It will be
becomes chloride.
chloride.
Excellent. So whenever the atom is gaining a negative charge, its name will change and it will become chloride ion. Yes, sulfide ion, nitride ion, oxide ion, bromide ion. Okay, so the name will change. Is it fine?
Yes,
Once the
ma'am.
name is changed, what is happening here? These two ions are combining within themselves, bonding to each other to form the compound. Therefore, the name of the compound will be
Sodium chloride.
sodium, because sodium ion is bonding together to chloride ion. Yes, it will form sodium chloride. Yes, sodium chloride.
Ma'am, for chlorine, we don't say chloride ion, right? We just say chloride.
Remember, your voice was not clear. Could you please repeat it?
For chloride, we don't say chloride ion, right? We just say chloride.
Yeah, I'm saying it is forming the ion, and the name of the ion is becoming what? Chloride ion, right? Is the
No.
ion there?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Is your question clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
Because I'm not able to understand your question very clearly. If you want, you can repeat it. If it
No, I
is not
was
clear.
saying that if chlorine is,
Acha, if chloride is there, it already represents ionic form, right?
yeah, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, that is fine. That is fine. Okay. So therefore, we get the name of the compound as sodium chloride. Okay.
Um,
But still, if I ask you the element, just one second, Ramesh. If I ask you the elements present in this compound, what will you say? The elements,
Sodium and chlorine.
sodium and chlorine. Okay. Yes, Ramesh. Please go ahead with your question.
can I use the washroom?
Yeah, please. So we have sodium chloride here. Okay. Now when we have the ionic compounds, obviously as for every compound, as for every element, we have a chemical formula. Yes, we have a chemical formula. And for the ionic compounds, the method to know the chemical formula is the crisscross method, right? The respective charges on each element combining together with the we just crisscross the respective charges. We get the chemical formula of the compound. What kind of compound are we using this for? The ionic compound. Yes, the ionic compound. Fine. So therefore, for ionic compound, I'm giving you some examples here. Please tell me the correct chemical formula. So what's the chemical formula basically? A small representation, right, of the chemical composition. A small representation of the chemical composition. Whatever is there combining together to form the compound or the molecule, whatever we have, okay? In this case, we have the ionic compound and we are just representing in short forms. That's the chemical formula. The ratio, the proportion, the number of atoms, all of that. And that's nothing but the chemical composition. Fine. So we have just one thing, we will try to understand it so it's clear to you. Whenever we have a negative ion, I told you, let's suppose chlorine changes to chloride. Yes, chlorine changes to chloride, oxygen changes to oxide. Fine, this is clear to you. Whenever we have an oxygen atom or oxygen atoms attached to the non-metal and that is forming a polyatomic ion, I repeat, a polyatomic ion, many atoms having a net charge, okay? So, bache, we will call them a special name whenever we have oxygen with it and that will be forming A2. Example C, okay? This is what? A polyatomic ion. So, here we have sulfur, which is a non-metal, it will be forming sulfide. And here we have oxygen attached to sulfur, right? Which is together having a net charge of -2. And what is the name here, Bachi? You see, it is sulfate. So this 8 here is because of the presence of the oxygen. Do you get it? Oxygen is present. Had there been no oxygen, so it would have been sulfite. This is sulfite. You know it. This is sulfite.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'll give you one more example. What is this? Nitrate. So it is nitrogen along with the presence of oxygen.
Oxygen.
Whenever we have oxygen in these type of ions, okay, we will add a 8 to it. Okay. Example, nitrate, sulfate, carbonate, CO3 2 minus, yes, phosphate, PO4 3 minus. So all of these things just to explain the concept here and for you people to actually remember these things easily. Whenever there is 8 at last, that means a presence of oxygen atom. Okay. And whenever there's a name changed, example, ide, chloride, oxide, bromide, that means a negative ion has been formed. And what elements form the negative ion? It's the non-metals that form the negative ions. It's the non-metals that form the negative ions or the anions. I hope the concept is clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So please try to find the chemical formula when sodium is reacting with carbonate ion. Sodium is reacting with the carbonate ion. I'll not tell you the formula for carbonate. You will use it yourself.
Only sodium carbonate or nothing
Yep.
else.
But those are the two ions. One is a positive, the other is a negative.
The valency for carbonate is 1 or 2.
At least, but to try to practice it so that you are able to learn the charges, okay, on all the ions. At least know it for the polyatomic ions because for the single atoms, single ions, you can calculate it through electronic configuration. But for the polyatomic ion,
CO3 or CO2?
it is CO3 ratio to the power -2 with a net charge of -2. Okay, CO3 with a net charge of -2. Someone has messaged. Yep. Hanji, what's the formula you got here? What is the valence of sodium? बच्चों,
It's it's 1.
so what do you get as the formula?
NaCO3 minus 2.
Na2CO3.
Yeah.
Remember, you are just making careless mistakes, huh? Just because of the speed. Slow down. You do brilliantly always. Just slow down, okay? So you'll get sodium carbonate. So, bachcho, see, this is sodium carbonate. What is this ion? Can you tell me the name of this ion? Hmm.
Bicarbonate.
Excellent. Bicarbonate, or the bicarbonate is the common name. It's hydrogen carbonate, okay? Whatever you feel like, both of them are fine. So this is hydrogen bicarbonate. So just in some important points here, bachcho, before ending this class. This is sodium carbonate, okay? The chemical name is sodium carbonate. Yes. Its common name is washing soda. Okay, its common name is washing soda. What is the name of this? It is sodium hydrogen carbonate or sodium bicarbonate, yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Its common name is baking soda. Yeah, baking soda. What is the chemical name for this? Tell me. What is this?
Calcium hydroxide.
Good, calcium hydroxide. That means how many elements here?
3.
In three. In one molecule, we have three elements. Number of atoms of each element here in one molecule?
1. For
What
calcium.
have for calcium? One. For oxygen?
2.
Hydrogen?
2.
Excellent. And this is calcium hydroxide. Chemically, the common name is quicklime. Sorry, quicklime. Okay, or lime water also at times. Okay. What is this chemical name?
Calcium oxide.
Calcium oxide. Okay, its common name is quicklime. What's the chemical name for this, bacho?
Calcium carbonate.
Calcium carbonate. Good. And its common name is limestone. The chalk is this, okay? Chalk, marble, all of this is calcium, or different forms of calcium carbonate. Okay, so
Yes.
that's it. These are some of the common names of the compounds that we use in our day-to-day life. Okay, so inshallah, in the next class, we'll start from this topic and hopefully we'll be able to do some questions from the third chapter. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
please revise the third chapter. So whatever questions you have, we can take up those questions in the next class. Okay,
Okay,
Okay.
ma'am.
okay, thank you.
Bye.
Okay, ma'am.